In this GIMP Beginner's Guide, I'll show you how easily you can recolor part of a photo using GIMP 2.10. Now I've already placed a photo on my desktop, so I'll simply drag it over and drop it in the image window. Now on this photo, I'm going to recolor her eyes. Now the first thing I'm going to do is give this photo an alpha channel. This is so that I can make transparent areas on it. And to do that, I go to the Layers panel and right-click on the layer. Then I come down and left-click on Add Alpha Channel. Now I want to make 2 more copies of it, so I go to the bottom of the Layers panel and find the button that says Create a Duplicate of the Layer, and I click on it twice. Now I'm going to erase the eyes on the top layer, and to avoid confusion I'll rename it. So I go up to the top layer and double click on the current name to highlight it, and I'm going to rename it Erased. And to confirm the new name, I'm going to press the Enter key on my keyboard. Then I go over to the toolbox and click on the Zoom tool and drag out a rectangle over her eyes. And you'll see that when I release the mouse button, GIMP zooms that rectangle up to the maximum possible within the confines of the image window. Then I go back to the toolbox and click on the Free Select tool. And come down to the tool options, and because I want to make 2 separate selections, I need to change the mode to the Add to the Current Selection. Then I click on Feather Edges and I'll reduce the radius to 3. And now I'll click around the first pupil to select it. Now I've selected the pupil, but it isn't activated yet. The marching ants are not marching around the outside of it yet. So to activate it, I'm going to press the Enter key on my keyboard. And now I'll click around the second pupil to select that one. And again, I'll activate it by pressing the Enter key on my keyboard. And now I'll delete the pupils on that layer by pressing the Delete key on my keyboard. And then deselect them by clicking on Select in the menu bar and None. Now I'll zoom it back down again. And to do that, I'll hold down the Control key on my keyboard, place my cursor over the image and use my mouse roller to roll it down. And now I'm going to recolor the middle layer. So I click on the middle layer to select it. And again, I'll rename it. So I double click on the name and I'll call it Recolored. And press my Enter key to confirm the new name. Now to recolor it, I click on Colors in the menu bar and come down and click on Colorize. And in the dialog box, you'll see the very first bar is Hue. Now the hue is the color. And you can move the slider up or down for different colors. And when you find the color you like, simply release your mouse button. There's also a bar for saturation and another for lightness, and you can alter the slider in those the same way. And when you've got it exactly as you'd like it, simply click OK. And there's your new image, ready to be exported. Now to export it, simply click on File in the menu bar and come down and click on Export As. Now I'm going to give it a new name because I want to keep the original file, so I'll call it Beautiful Blue Eyes. And I'm happy for it to go to my desktop, so I click Export. I check that the quality is going to be 100% and then click on Export again. And that photo is now on my desktop, so I no longer need the project. So I'll simply close the project and discard the changes. So I hope that made sense. But don't forget, if you've got any problems or suggestions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment.